Happy 2025, everyone. I thought I would kick off the new year showing you guys how I keep my turtles. My very first pet was a turtle, and to be honest, they are probably my favorite pets when it comes down to it. Besides my dog, of course. That being said, turtles will always have a place in my heart. I currently have 3 turtles. 2 3-striped mud turtles, and a Maclay River turtle. If you want to see my unboxing of the Maclay River turtle and how I raise it, check out the link in the description. I'll start with the 3-striped mud turtles. Here's one of my 3-striped mud turtles. I got this one in 2017. He was so tiny when I got him, barely the size of a quarter. It's crazy how time flies. It feels like yesterday when I first got him. I started him out in a 10-gallon tank, and he had tons of guppies to hang out with. At one point, I had a water hyacinth that bloomed, and I thought it was pretty cool. I call him Mr. Nice Guy because he's a funny little turtle that is curious but cautious, and to be honest, is super pleasant to watch, and I really like him. I actually don't know if it's a him or a her, but Mr. Nice Guy seems like a fit, which will make sense after I show you his roommate, because he's not nice. And here's his roommate, Mr. Chomps, on the right. You can see how he got that name. He always tries to bite everything, and I'm pretty sure he hates me. I got him about 2 years after I got Mr. Nice Guy. He often tries to bully Mr. Nice Guy, but Mr. Nice Guy is bigger, and eventually he pushes him back. He's just too strong. I make sure to use caution when I feed them so they're not fighting, but typically, as long as they're not chasing the same food, they get along pretty well. Currently, I keep them in a large plastic storage bin, which I found laying around the house. I constructed my own filter, and I have marble-sized stones on the bottom. I'll have a tutorial later on how I make the filters, and at this point, the bin works great. However, I do have some tanks that I'm going to build, and I'm going to make them just like really naturalistic bogs. I have some pretty cool ideas, and I can't wait to build them. So next up is my Maclay River turtle. I got him under 3 years ago, and so far they've outgrown their 10-gallon tank, and it's time for a new swamp. On a side note, while I do use UVB sunlight bulbs, I try to give as much natural sunlight as I can, so when it's nice out, I put them outside and they get some sun. It looks pretty shoddy, but I use this dog cage. My yard's full of hawks and owls and other predators, so I do supervise them when they're out, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So this small little bin here will be the holding area for the filter and the basking zone for the turtle. And this is some filter media I got off Amazon. I had it laying around from one of my filters for a fish tank. And so I took a submersible pump with a tube, placed it upon the filter media, used some sponges and a deli cup, and there you have it. It's not the world's most powerful filter, but I do a ton of water changes, and this will get the job done. So here's the initial setup. I have the basking area with the filter and some rocks, and there's the gravel. So this will be plenty of room for them. And on the top here, I'm going to put some plants after I get rid of the cobwebs. But yes, there'll be a little plant deck there. And to my surprise, I put 5 Amano shrimp in his tank. And after like a year, they're still alive and they didn't get eaten. Awesome. They're super cool. And here, I'd say it's 90% done. I still have a couple of things to do, but I added some pothos and a monstera, some frog bait, the water, and the turtle. So, I think it looks pretty cool so far. Again, I gotta do a couple fixer-uppers on it, but overall I think it's in a good spot. And there is our guest of honor, getting some sun. There's a nice little close-up of him, just hanging out. In comparison to the mud turtles, this turtle is far more shy, a little more reserved, and a little more cautious. Once you get used to the new enclosure, it'll be a lot more friendly in the open. Also, once the pothos grows in and there's like a nice little network of roots and an area for it to hide under, it'll be a lot more comfortable. I think these turtles are super cool. And in contrast to turtles we have in America, this is an Australian turtle, and it's just its shape, its shell, its face, it's just cool and different. And these are hard to find, and I got this from the Turtle Source in case you're interested in getting one. And the Amano shrimp are right back at home, scurrying on the floor, looking for food. I sure hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. And again, hope your 2025 is awesome.